The news came out, reports of the news came out before the game yesterday, and a hush, a solemn tone fell over FedExForum as the whispers began. Did you see the news? Did you see the news? What's going on? And then late last night it became official as Woj had the Woj bomb later, but the Grizzlies have officially. This is a bomb. This is not a bada bing. This is a Woj bomb. If you haven't been paying attention to the variations of Woj-related tweets that you can get, but Steven Adams headed to the Rockets. The Grizzlies in return get Victor Oladipo and 3 second-round picks. Victor Oladipo likely joins the long list of famous Grizzlies to have never played a single game for the Memphis Grizzlies. But for the Steven Adams business side of this, like last night is yet another harsh reality, or just the simple truth. The NBA is a business. The Memphis Grizzlies are a business. And as a business, the Memphis Grizzlies, if they have their like business PowerPoint that they show at their business meetings, in bold, in italic, underlined is the strategy and the goal to build a championship contender around Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. And every move they make is in relation to chasing that greater goal. And when you look at the financial implications of this Steven Adams trade, this move improves the Grizzlies' luxury tax situation. Steven Adams had 1 more year left on his contract. That's $12.6 million. So you move on from that. And you were in a period where between Steven Adams and Luke Kennard on his team option and the future first-round pick for the Grizzlies from this upcoming draft, with those 3, like you were pushing $20 million over the luxury tax. And I know some people's ears bleed over when you start talking money, but it is the business side of it, because now with the whole second apron of the last CBA, like the second apron has legitimate consequences if you push high enough above the luxury tax. And some of that is related to the kind of trades that you can make. So you really don't want to be in that territory. And Steven Adams is one move that takes some of that money out of the equation. It's also a matter of, listen, if you could guarantee 100% right now, Steven Adams is going to be the exact same Steven Adams that he was before he went down with his knee injury. He's now been out for a year. By the time he returns to play, it will be a year and a half as he recovers from knee surgery that kept him out of this entire season. He's 30 years old. We know what that means. We've all turned 30, or some of us have. It's a difference. If you could guarantee he was 100%, sure, I think he fits into the long-term equation, because he made all 3 of those players the best version of themselves, or at bare minimum, a better version, an improving version of themselves. But you can't guarantee that. So in the meantime, you will look for your future front court member that will start next to Jaren Jackson Jr., and maybe that comes before the trade deadline on February 8th. Maybe that is a move that happens off-season, but it did feel like the Steven Adams news yesterday was the move before the move. And yet it felt massive, not just because Steven Adams himself is massive, but he's become so beloved by this fan base, by the community, and he will be missed.
Favorite Steven Adams moment? One of the many times he carried somebody away from a scuffle.
The
and
Tony
opposing
Bradley
player.
Carry away was, I think that was the first time we really recognized, like, this man can pick up any other giant human and simply remove him from a situation. I loved the simple flick of a full court baseball pass.
I hated that play.
Could have been a quarterback. Why?
Because we missed it.
Yeah.
I had the wife with me, and when I'm here, yes, I had the wife.
There were multiple.
The Ja Morant one.
Didn't Ja make that?
I missed it.
Oh,
I was here.
I thought you said he missed it.
No, I missed it. The wife was with me, and she never lets me live it down because people were texting me to come through and hang out with them in various locations in the Forum. I was like, all right, it's 0.3 seconds left on the clock. Let's go. Beat the traffic. We're going to go. It's halftime. We're going to go upstairs and talk to some friends of ours. And we get upstairs like, yo, did you see it? It's like, no. And they pulled it up, and it's like, holy cow. One of the many times Steven Adams dropped the F-bomb is my favorite.
Me too.
He used to swear.
Oh,
like
and he did
like
it
a champion. Just so casually. Just
I'd do my Grizz files with Steven Adams, and I'd always have to remind him, you can say whatever you want. These aren't live. I'll go back and bleep out. And then I'd regret, because I'd have so much to go back and bleep out in the grand context. Anytime you asked him, how are you? He'd say, well, I woke up this morning. And I'd say, wow, What a motto to live by, Steven Adams. No, I mean, he was so fun. He brought true joy to this team and was a constant reminder that somebody who was not very well liked by this fan base was able to come in and become a member of this team, become a part of the Grizzlies family, and evolve into one of the most beloved players of the last couple of years. And you think of the Tony Bradley carryoff, you think of the full court pass, all the F-bombs, the Aquaman designation that has been added to the lexicon of Memphis for the rest of eternity, the Steven Adams Hawaiian shirt with Steven Adams' face on it that Steven Adams then wore to the game because he was sitting out of that game, the flip-flops with socks, the flip-flops with no socks in the dead of winter, Funaki stats in the New Zealand community that has become a part of the Memphis community. Some of the most fun Twitter X accounts, whatever you want to call them, that we all engage with are Steven Adams fan accounts or Steven Adams supporters who will always have a seat at the Grizzlies table. When he learned about the Peabody Ducks for the first time and he couldn't believe that they weren't a hockey team.
Did he ever get to be?
No, but he should.
Duckmaster? He's leaving
Steven
this
Adams
city
back.
without ever being Duckmaster.
Please. Bring Steve-O back.
Steven Adams.
One role as the Duckmaster.
One of the things that I think we cannot understate enough is how Steven Adams grew this fan base with your women fans.
Oh.
So many women.
One of our most viewed YouTube shorts of all time is me talking about the ladies of the Grizz thirsting over a shirtless Steven Adams picture this summer.
There was some moisture going around the forum, and it wasn't from the usual spot. It's from their eyes because they were crying.
Is he? I didn't even look. I mean, I assume they don't work that fast.
Yes,
he's still on the giant
still up
billboard.
there.
If you would like to come and lay your flowers below the great starting five of the Grizzlies that for the entirety of the season. Sure. What are we calling it? It was
I'll explain it to you after.
The supposed five who sits above the sidewalks that come to the
Desmond Bain
forum.
does a lot for the women fans as well. He's still up there.
Let's be clear.
And for some of the younger fans, John Morant is up there too. So there's still some hunkas on the team.
Right.
It's just one big old hunka's gone.
I once asked him about being compared to Jason Momoa. I said, do you like the comparison? Do you see it? And he said, yeah, but mate, I really think I look more like Jesus. And I said, oh, God. He was a joy to interview. I will miss it so much.